All right, folks. Yishai Fleischer here. Thanks so much for joining me. Israel's been duped for a long time by the advent of two organizations that are supposed to represent so-called Palestine. Okay. One is the Palestinian Authority, which presents itself as moderate. They wear suits and ties. They talk the language of two-state. And then you have, on the other hand, Hamas, which is jihadist, religious, extremists. They wear the Muslim garb, and they call for the total annihilation of Israel. But are these two organizations different? In fact, they're two sides of the same coin. They just work in tandem. They work with one another, and they turn to different audiences, but their goal is the same, to destroy Israel. One does it through total jihadi language, which is attractive to a lot of people, and one does it through moderate language, but their goal is the same. Well, you don't have to take it from me. You could hear it from Mosab Hassan Yousef, who is the son of Hamas's co-founder, Hassan Yousef. And Mosab has turned anti-jihad, anti-so-called Palestine, and has even worked for Israeli intelligence. Let's hear him as he explains the difference, or the lack thereof, between Hamas and the PA.
And the Palestinian Authority, one and the same. From your vantage point, are they the same or are they different fundamentally, saying that they're all born in Egypt?
I don't mean to be offensive, and please forgive my French. I would say same shit, different packages. Did I say something wrong? During the second Palestinian Intifada, I was pretty much every weekend at the Yasser Arafat meeting at the compound. This is where the what's so-called Palestinian leaders met, and the Central Committee, all the decisions regarding the second Palestinian Intifada and the strategy was made in that room. And it happened that I was in that place every week for about 3 years. And I had access to all the documents, everything that was said in the meeting. Yasser Arafat, on one hand, was supposed to be the peace partner who just won the Nobel Peace Prize. And in secret, he was dealing with Hamas, giving them the green light to carry suicide bombing attacks. When I brought the information, at that time I was working for with the Israeli intelligence, the Shin Bet. It's not a secret anymore. When I brought them the information, they could not believe it. So you ask me, what's the difference between Yasser Arafat, Hassan Yousef, Ismail Haniyeh? They have one thing in common. They want to destroy Israel. And by the way, the Palestinian Authority is a lot more dangerous than Hamas. You know why? First of all, they have the funds. If you think about their budget for diplomacy, just ambassadors, embassies, and diplomatic delegations, they are spending most of their budget, not towards their people, but towards their operation abroad with one goal: to delegitimize Israel globally. All this propaganda that we are dealing with, this is the Palestinian Authority machine. They have been working around the clock. BDS, they have been pushing the agendas of BDS, and we have been aware of that. So it was not coincidental the moment October 7 happened that we have all the protests. They have been preparing for this. And that's not Hamas. Hamas is not even at that level. They don't have the funds. The Palestinian Authority is spending hundreds of millions of dollars annually on their operation abroad. This is what happened to the taxpayer money from other democracies that's supposed to come to the children, to infrastructure, to education, to build economy, to build a society, to build a nation. They have been spending the money to delegitimize Israel. So you ask me, who is more dangerous? I tell you, the Palestinian Authority is more dangerous than Hamas. Hamas, at least they are obvious. They are obvious, like we know them. But the Palestinian Authority, they come to you nicely. And I really don't have the patience after October 7 to go into their rabbit hole to say this is a moderate and this is extremist. No, they are all the same, and they are all agree on one thing, and that's the destruction of Israel.
Mosab Hassan Yousef explains it the way I said it, which is it's two sides of the same coin. They just want to destroy Israel. They just have different methodology, and they actually work together, just like a coin does. Both sides work together, and their goal is to destroy Israel. 3 final points. Number 1, Mosab Hassan Yousef is a hero. He's a man of tremendous courage. He speaks well. He looks good. But more than anything, he's putting his beliefs on the line, his truth on the line. He could have just walked away. And there's no doubt in my mind that he endangers his life every time he speaks publicly. And I just want to say, Mosab, we salute you for your heroism and your truth-telling, your courage. Thank you very much. That's number one. Number two, his point was the main line item of the PA is international delegitimization. That is the goal of the bad guys. They have realized that they can't defeat us on the field of battle. And therefore, they have gone to a huge multi-million, billion-dollar anti-Israel delegitimization campaign. In part, the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing here at Yishai Fleisher TV is because the bad guys, they put in everything that they have in order to delegitimize Israel globally. We've got to push back against that. But the first way to do that is to recognize what they're really doing, which is trying to besmirch Israel's good name, to make it garbage, to make it mud, instead of what Israel really is, which is a light to the world and God's great vision. And number three, Hamas is what controls Gaza, not for long. But what controls parts of Judea and Samaria, the so-called West Bank, is the PA, the Palestinian Authority. They're the ones that pay the terrorists. They're the ones that send terrorists to kill Jews and soldiers and women and children. They don't care. They want to work on delegitimization of Israel on the one hand, but also to kill Israelis and to weaken our resolve to stay in this land. With this new era of the Trumpian innovation and vision for Gaza, we have to have an innovation and a vision for Judea and Samaria. The Palestinian Authority could no longer rule it. Israel's got to govern that land. It's our ancestral homeland. It's the cradle of our civilization. It's where we're from. It's where the Bible was written. It's where the Bible happened. And we've got to hold on to this land and not let moderately dressed jihad hold on to it and try to destroy us from within our ancestral homeland. Let's be strong and let's use this moment to have a new vision for who will govern Judea and Samaria. And it's not such a surprise who that should be. It should be Israel, the ancient peoples returned to the land of Judea. Hey, folks, thanks so much for being with me. We believe in go big and go home. That's what this video is all about. Going big and going home, fighting the bad guys and retaking our land and bringing the light of God through Israel to the world. So be part of that. You could write me an email, yishai@yishaifleisher.com. You could also support the things that we're doing here, my team and myself at Yishai Fleisher TV, pushing it out. Easy way to support us is buymeacoffee.com/Yishai. Visit our support page right there, buymeacoffee.com/Yishai. It's easy. Or check out our more robust efforts to strengthen the land of Israel, to send Torah to the world, to teach about the Abrahamic faith, to build up the biblical highway and all the stuff that we're doing. It's fightforisrael.org. I know that you want to fight for Israel. Let's keep fighting together. Let's keep fighting for God's light in this world. God bless you, folks, wherever you are. Stay tuned, stay connected, stay part of the story. Lots of blessings from the land of blessings, and shalom.